We are now just 3 months away from student loan debt repayments kicking back up again, screwing over millions of Americans, and of course costing the United States economy roughly $90 billion per year. All because we got to pay back those student loans that we had to take out because the cost of college is soaring at an exponential rate that really has no reflection whatsoever on the actual cost that colleges incur for putting classes out there for people. The money's not going to the professors. They're going more and more to, adjunct professors who get paid a couple $1,000s a semester for each class they teach. Certainly not even enough to really be considered like a minimum wage. So everybody's getting screwed in this, except, of course, the colleges and the lenders. And we're 3 months away from that picking back up. And so, a group of Democrats, dozens and dozens of Democratic lawmakers in Washington, D.C., have now sent a memo to President Biden telling him, you can forgive yourself. You don't need any of us to do this. You can, with a stroke of a pen, forgive up to $50,000 in student loan debt for every single borrower here in the United States. It's waiting for you to do, and I believe there's 80 some odd Democrats, that signed on to this. And you could do it. He could do it. And that's the point. He could do this. Up to $50,000 per person, gone with a stroke of a pen. He is making the decision to not do that. And I don't know what he is basing that decision on. Is it his decision based on because he loves losing elections? Because that's what's going to happen. Earlier this year, in January, that was the first month in 6 months that the child tax credits payments did not make their way to American citizens. So already this year, the Democrats have taken money directly out of people's pockets. You're not getting those checks anymore. You can thank Joe Manchin for that. He was the biggest opponent of them. So they took money out of our pockets in the first month of an election year. When May rolls around and we have to start making those payments again, that's more money out of your pockets. Do you think people in this country are going to go to the polls and say, well, the Democrats, they did take money out of my pocket twice this year, but let's give them another try? They're not. I'm sorry, they're not. Even with as insane and treasonous as today's Republican Party is, you have to remember you're watching this because you're involved in politics, because you understand what's happening. But this video is not going to have 330 million views from the United States. This country is not tuned in like you guys are. They don't watch MSNBC. They don't watch Fox News. They go to work, they live their lives, they go home, they turn on The Masked Singer. That's what happens. They're not political in any way. They're not paying attention to most of what's happening, and that's terrifying enough as it is, but they can't. And we shouldn't expect them to either, to be honest. So they're going to go to the polls. A lot of them will have forgotten about the Capitol riot. A lot of them probably don't even know about Trump's plot to steal the voting machines. They're just going to go to the polls and say, Democrats made my bank account worse. And they're going to vote for a Republican because of it. That's the simple fact, folks. I've been in this game too long to not know that. So, if Biden cared at all about Democrats preserving a majority in the House or in the Senate, or at the very least, stopping the bleeding a little bit if they lose, forgive the debt. We already know the economic benefits of this. We already know how this has changed people's lives for the last 2 years. We have seen the extra money being pumped into the economy, so we don't even have to talk about the economic impacts of this or the human impacts of it, which are huge, and yes, they are the most important. But if I'm an advisor to Joe Biden, I'm smacking him across the head every day saying, why the hell aren't you doing this? It's an easy win for you, and you're just saying, I don't want it? Then you're too stupid to be president. How about that? That's what I would say to him. That's what we should all be saying to him. You can stimulate the economy, you can stop the suffering of millions of people, and you can give the Democrats a victory in an election year. You'd have to be a total moron to not take advantage of that opportunity. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.